I'm Sally Craig McFeely, and I am a supporter of the Royal Humane Society. I'm delighted to share a story of great bravery from 1809. It is a story of the restoration of life through resuscitation and shows the willingness of complete strangers to step in and save a life. As a retired doctor, I know the importance of resuscitation and resuscitation techniques, and it is remarkable that the Society was promoting these techniques 250 years ago. To set the wider context, 1809 was the year King George III celebrated his Golden Jubilee, and Charles Darwin was born. The story is in the form of a letter written by John Evans, an apothecary, which he sent to the directors of the Royal Humane Society on April 18th, 1809. So let's begin. Gentlemen, it is with great consolation I cheerfully communicate to you the following circumstance. Yesterday morning I was called to James Pepys, master of a small vessel called the Commerce of Hull, lying above bridge. The said master was coming through the centre arch of London Bridge with 2 casks in a boat, when the oar, by some means, struck against some part of the bridge, and threw him completely out into the water, where he was driven down with the tide for a considerable distance, and frequently under water. When taken up, he was conveyed to a public house called the Waterman's Arms, Pickle Herring, apparently dead. I, being the first medical assistant, I did everything in my power to relieve him. Several minutes later, a neighbouring apothecary came in, Mr. Bentle. We exerted ourselves to the utmost of our power, and by using the means recommended by the Humane Society, we felt ourselves happy in recovering him to his friends. I beg leave to say that great praise is due to Mr. Floyd, landlord of the Waterman's Arms, for his great and humane exertions in carrying the patient up 2 pair of stairs and furnishing us with bottles of warm water, etc. I have the honour to be, gentlemen, your most humble servant, John Evans, apothecary. P.S. The above can be attested by a number of respectable inhabitants of this parish. On the same date, April 18th, 1809, James Pepys, who was saved by Mr. Evans, wrote him this letter. I, James Pepys, aged 18 of Hull, was going from Bankside to Hayes's Wharf with empty casks about 9 o'clock on Monday the 17th of April, just below London Bridge, on the south side. I was suddenly knocked overboard from the surge taking the flat part of the oar. I was alone in the boat, cannot swim the least, and recollect nothing that happened to me from the time I was taken on board the wherry until I found myself in bed, where I was told I had been above an hour. My first recollection was attended with considerable pain all over my body, particularly the head, which appeared as if the brain was turned. James Pepys. Thank you for listening. This is just one of thousands of stories. The Society is encouraging people to become governors. For just £100 in 2024, you will be invited to a variety of Society events, such as their annual General Court, where you'll see awardees receiving their medals and hear their amazing stories. You'll also get a 250th anniversary certificate and an invitation to a special celebration at St. Paul's Cathedral in September. If you'd like to find out more about the Society and their work, do visit their website and support however you can in their 250th year. Thank you.